Right, hey guys, welcome to the channel. CavokSim. They job me here on the ground at Billund in the Fenix A320 of Atlantic Airways. We're going to be flying to Vagar in the Faroe Islands. So hopefully we'll have a bit of a more successful stream than we did yesterday. I think I had an issue with the PC overheating, so it decided to shut itself down. Unfortunately, putting the stream off the air, so my apologies for that happening. As I said in the post I put on in the comments afterwards, it just gives me an excuse to head down to Gibraltar again. So I'll do that again sometime in the very near future. But hopefully no problems today, I'm hoping. As I say, we're on the ground here at Billund. We're going to Vagar. We are near the A320 from Fenix simulations, and we're operating Faroeline 375 today. Flight time's going to be around about an hour and 45 minutes. Weather here at Billund is quite good. Anybody familiar with the Faroe Islands knows that the weather up there can be quite unpredictable at times. The forecast at the moment seems to be getting slightly worse as the evening goes on. So it may make for a very interesting approach into Vagar. So, if we jump into the flight deck, let's get the ball rolling. So I've already preloaded the EKBI with the details of the flights. Already got our load sheet loaded up on the FMS. Just need to put the route in and start getting the aircraft loaded. So we're planning on 127 passengers here today, a couple of tons of cargo, and the flight plan said for about 9.5 tons of fuel, but with the weather as it is at our destination, I've decided to give it about another 500 kilos, so they're giving us 10 tons of fuel for the flight tonight. As per usual, on VATSIM, I think there is some ATC online for a bit of the flight this evening. And maybe there might be a little bit later on, but for the moment I think we've got some ATC for our departure at least. Looking at the VATSPY app, our routing I think takes us just outside of Scottish Controls airspace, but we'll see how it goes. So I've begun the boarding via the EKBI. So if we start getting the flight management system loaded up. So in the NA page we've got Echo Golf Bravo India Billund, that's Echo Golf Victor Golf Vagar, and our alternate for this evening's flights is Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot, which is Glasgow in the UK.
That one looks fun.
Flight number is Faroeline 375, we'll pop that in there, and let's just bring up our flight plan. With cost index of 24 and a cruise flight level tonight of flight level 360, 36,000 feet. On the ground here 18 degrees, we'll pop in. So with the wind here, as I checked it earlier, from 15 minutes ago, it's favouring runway 27 out of Billund, so 230 degrees at 7 knots, more than 10 kilometres, no clouds detected, 17 degrees, 14 the dew point, and 1026 is the QNH. So we'll pop in our departure. We're going to expect runway 27 on a RERPA departure, so there's a RERPA 2 Alpha departure, so we'll pop that. And for the arrivals, we'll do that as we get closer to Vagar. But for now, right, okay, so we just grab our charts. So parking stands, SID chart is a RERPA 2 Alpha. So here's the chart for Billund. We're on the north apron at the main terminal. At stand 32 I think we're on. So our departure will be off of runway 27. It's a nice long runway here, 3,100 metres, over 10,000 feet. Our taxi, we'll taxi out on November, down Kilo, down to the holding point. Down at the end of runway 27. So our SID today, very simple today. We fly on the runway heading. So above 700 feet, not before 1 DME on the localizer frequency. We turn right to Bravo India 367 and then straight up to RERPA. Nice easy SID today, nothing too complicated. The initial altitude we go to is initial climb clearance, flight level 60. 6,100 in there. Obviously, haven't got our clearance yet. I'll contact the controller that's hopefully online very shortly to get our clearance. So we've got 1026 set. So let's have a look. So we've done flight plan. Got Lima Echo Lima on the ILS frequency, so that will be giving us our departure DME. We'll go to Unit B to put our weights in. We're still refuelling at the moment, so we've still got another 3 tons to come on board. But if we look at our load sheet, let's just put that down. So we've got a zero fuel weight of 56.1 tons planned. Oops. So 56.1 and expected zero fuel CG of 28.9. So we'll pop that in anticipation with 10 tons on block fuel. We've got headwind of 70 knots. Put that in there for the trip wind. Right, let's just check. Fuel. So taxi fuel, 200 kilos. Trip fuel, it's saying 5.2. We're expecting 4.9 on the flight plan. Route reserve. Uh, 0.6. Alternate, it's going to take us 2.7 tons down to Glasgow. And we've got a final reserve of 1 ton. So we've got the extra 500 kilos, which gives us another extra 15 minutes of fuel to play with in case we have any problems down the line. Let's just close that up. Let's get some performance ready. So right, India, we're expecting runway 27. We'll do a PAX on takeoff. Only gives us a full length option on the takeoff data. Okay. Right then, so let's go ahead and get the ATIS for the airports. So we don't have any tower or anything today, but we do have an ATIS for the airports. And we'll just get his frequency as well, 121.375. Okay, so let's pop in the ATIS of 118775.
Runway 09 are available for landing on request. This was Billund Airport Information Golf. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Golf. This is Billund Airport Information Golf. Automatic observation. 1820 Zulu Special. Expect radar vectors for ILS Zulu approach. Runway in use 27 transition level 40 wind 230 at 7. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. No clouds detected. Temperature 17. Dew point 14. Altimeter 1026. Runway 09 are available for departure on request. Runway 09 are available for landing on request. This was Billund Airport Information Golf. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Golf.
Okay, so information Golf for 18 runway 27. Winds are 230 at 7. More than 10k. Visibility, no clouds. 70 degrees, 14.
89 Delta, contact Bremen 123.925. Bye bye.
Talk to Bremen 123.95. Bye bye. KLM 89 Delta.
And Scandinavian 258, taxi via Charlie, runway 08 right to holding point Alpha.
Right then, so how are we doing on boarding?
Good evening, Copenhagen, Scandinavian 457, descending 280. All stations, stand by for controller change.
So we're just waiting for passengers to finish getting onto the aircraft. there's anybody else around here at the moment. There was a 2E787 departed earlier, but we seem to be the only ones here. So it should be a nice, clean, quick getaway from Billund today. So anybody watching at home today? Hope you're all well. If you like the channel, if you just joined us for the first time, very good evening and very warm welcome to you. If you do like what you see on the channel, please give it a like. Feel free to come say hi in the live chat, and if you really like the channel, please think about subscribing.
Hello, Center. 103, climbing at flight level, flight level 270, climbing flight level 370.
Will it 103 identified? Good evening.
Hello, Scandinavian 457, level 280.
Scandinavian 457, good evening.
Copenhagen Centre, very good evening to you. It's Faroeline 375 with you on the ground at Billund, requesting clearance please for Vagar.
Yeah, stand by. I just need to get set up here.
So it's a standby, so hopefully it'll clear us. Hopefully it'll clear us very soon.
Off.
Right, so fueling's complete. We'll get the seat.
Scandinavian 652 in frequency.
Affirm, Scandinavian 652.
Scandinavian 652, you're cleared inbound Copenhagen via the Monarch 3 Charlie for 22 left, descent 9, flight number 90 for now.
Monarch 3 Charlie, 22 left, descending to flight level 90, Scandinavian 652.
And Scandinavian 457, now I got you there. You're cleared inbound Copenhagen via the Monarch 3 Charlie, arrival for 22 left, descent flight level 90.
Monarch 3 Charlie for 22 left, descend 90, Scandinavian 457.
Swiss 1474, you in frequency.
Swiss 174, affirmed.
174, you cleared inbound Copenhagen via the Monarch 3 Charlie, arrival for 22 left, descent flight level 90.
Monarch 3 Charlie, arrival runway 22 left, descent, flight level 90, Swiss 174.
Ryanair 30 Kilo Kilo, vacated runway 27 on Foxtrot at Billund.
Ryanair 30 Kilo, taxi on discretion to the ramp.
Only on discretion to the ramp, Ryanair 30 Kilo Kilo.
Copenhagen control is on very quickly, flight level 260.
Lufthansa 822 identified, you cleared inbound Copenhagen via the Monarch 3 Charlie, arrival for 22 left, descent flight level 90.
Clear to Monarch 3 Charlie,
We're gonna need to clean up again.
22 left, down to flight level 90.
Possibly forgotten about us.
Scandinavian 652, you're interested in a visual approach for 22 left.
Affirm, Scandinavian 652.
Roger that. Expect a visual approach for 22 left. Continue the start for now.
Ryanair 30 Kilo Kilo is able to get a gate.
Ryanair 30 Kilo Kilo, gate of own choice. There's one occupied. I'm too busy.
Okay.
Ryanair 770 Bravo, you're on frequency.
Bravo, go.
Yeah, good evening. I have your radio contact. Oscar Romeo Alpha Lima, you're on frequency.
Romeo Alpha Lima, listening.
Good, radar contact. 2190, are you in frequency?
2190, say again.
Yeah, radar contact.
Okay, thank you, don't know, sir.
Ryanair 030 Kilo, taking gate 29 at Billund.
Thank you. And Faroeline's 375, I have your clearance when you're ready to copy.
Ready to copy, Faroeline 375.
Faroline 375, agency clears. Faroline 375 to Vagar, departure runway 27 via the RERPA 2 Alpha departure. Squawk, correction, expect flight level 360 and squawk 7004.
Okay, we're cleared to Vagar via runway 27, RERPA 2 Alpha departure, expect flight level 360, squawking 7004, Faroline 375.
Faroline 375, feedback is correct, initial climb flight level 70.
And initial climb flight level 70, Faroline 375.
Scanning in 652, continue descent 3,000 feet,
Right, okay, didn't forget about us, so
25.
that's good. So he's cleared it up to flight level 70 on the Super, expecting runway 27, RERPA 2 Alpha, which we've got
Swiss Air
programmed
174, continue descent 5,000, correction,
the last couple
8,000
of passengers to get
feet.
on
Correction,
board,
flight level
and
8.
then we will be ready. The AP is
Just flight level 80,
started.
6174.
Ryanair 770, Bravo, monitor Unicom 122.8, today.
122.8, Ryanair 770, Bravo, thank you very much, good night.
So we're just about ready. There's that Ryanair, it's just arrived. So I think we're just about ready to get going now.
And Canada 652 has 75.
Roger that, 652, continue for now.
Okay, so we're going to go. Connect the tug up ready. And if we go to get checklist.
Scandinavian 258, confirm you're set up for a 26 right departure. Scanning 258, the wind at Oslo is 250 at 12 knots, QNH is 1023, runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Right then, so before start checks, cockpit prep is complete. Barrow is 1026, giving us 230 feet once, twice, and 3 times. ACAR's initialized, parking brake is set. Fuel on board we have.
Swiss Air 174, what's your speed?
8280 knots indicated. 174.
Balanced across
Roger
the
that.
aircraft.
Can you run 1, correction 457, speed 270?
NIB is
Speed 270, Scandinavian 457.
And Swiss Air 174, high speed approved.
High speed approved, that's something. Thank you.
That means 280 greater.
flex temp is 63.
Swiss 174, continue to descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1025.
148, 150 on the jump turn.
Can you descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1025,
Scanning in 652, you still have the airport in sight?
And let's just get this code in there. 700.
Scanning the 652, roger that, you're cleared for the left-hand visual approach 22 left, call to contact tower 118.1.
Cleared left hand visual to left tower 81, Canada 652, correct.
Oscar Romeo Alpha Lima, Copenhagen Metro.
Oscar Romeo Alpha Lima, come again, please.
Yeah, Oscar Romeo Alpha Lima, Monitor Unicom 122.8, okay?
Mounted Unicom for Oscar Alpha Lima, thank you.
Okay, so we are ready for push and start. We've got the tug connected. Pack signs are on auto.
Swiss Air 1474, you
Beacons
interested
on,
in a visual
transponder
approach to left?
is 7004.
Roger that, report field in
And
sight.
all doors are
Will call
closed. I don't. Okay, I'll start checks next. Centre Faroeline 375 on the ground at Billund, stand 32 requesting push start please.
TUI 190 for control.
TUI 1900, go ahead.
Is it okay that I can leave the cockpit for about 3 minutes?
That is okay.
Thank you.
Scan in 457, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250, scan in 457.
And Centre Faroeline 375, stand 32 at Billund, request push start please.
Fairline 3575 was just thrown off the server, go ahead. Fairline 375, go ahead.
Faroeline 375 on the on stand 32 at Billund, requesting push and start please.
Push and start approved, call for taxi, Fairline 375.
Push start approved and call back for taxi, Faroeline 375.
Scan in 258,
Right then.
radar identified on departure,
So,
continue climb flight level
brakes
230.
Released.
Climb flight level 230, scan in 258.
And scan in 258, proceed direct Trano.
Direct Trano, scan in 258.
And we'll push off the stand.
Roger
Face
that, you have
towards the
traffic,
east.
let me see, that's around 16 miles in front of you. Do you have him in sight as well? Roger that. He's turning base now around 5 miles to final. Contact Tower 118.1, you're cleared for the visual approach 22 left.
2 is running.
Scan unit 457, I need to reduce your speed for spacing again, speed 210.
Speed 210, 457.
Lufthansa 822, are you in frequency? Lufthansa 822, continue descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1025.
5,000 feet, QNH 1025.
Quality 103, contact Bremen now on 123.925, cadet.
Contact on 123.9, Bogota 103.
Just go back straight for a little bit. So engine 2 started. We'll start on
Scanning 457, you interested in a visual approach for 22 left?
going back. Let's on the line.
Roger that, report field in sight. And scanning 457, continued descent 3,000 feet, QNH 1025.
3,000 feet, 1025, field in sight, Scandinavian 457.
Roger that. Continue on the star for now.
Continue the star, 457.
Lufthansa 822, speed 210 knots.
Brakes set. Okay, stable. So we'll set the line selector back to normal. message. Let's just double check what we have. It's probably our updated load sheet. Right, let's just check the weights. Back to it, so 56.2, 30.6. Let's just change those. 30.6.
Roger that, thanks. Scanner in 258, proceed direct Charlie Hotel 626.
Charlie Hotel 626, scanner in 258.
And scanner in 258, plan to descent to DEV Charlie Hotel 626 at 5,000 feet.
Affirm, 5,000 feet at Charlie Hotel 626, scanner in 258.
66 tons. 66 tons. Where are we going?
And scanning 258, initial descent clearance is flight level 100.
Affirm, flight level 100, scanner in 258.
48, 48, 50, 1 down 5. Okay, right, so I'll start flows, flaps 1.
Scanning 457, continue descent 2,000 feet.
Fuse coming off. Cabin crew, runway turns, and taxi pilots.
The preceding hasn't turned base yet, so I'm just holding it for now.
Okay, we just quick jet flight controls. Fully forward. Up. Left. Right. Rudder. Left. And right. And pitch is 0.5 down. And sensor Faroeline 375 ready for taxi.
Fairline 375 taxi holding point. Actually, do you need full length or do you want to depart from Mike?
I think we could probably take Mike if you want. That's absolutely fine now.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll take Mike.
Roger that. Taxi to holding point 27 at Mike via November, Kilo and Mike.
Runway 27 at Mike via November, Kilo and Mike. Faroeline 375.
And scattering 457. The preceding aircraft is Airbus 320. He's turning on a tight base now at approximately 10 miles final.
Let's just double check how I can do that.
Do you have him in sight?
So from Mike.
You're downwind to align with and ensure separation. You're cleared for the left-hand visual approach 22 left and contact tower 118.1. Good day.
Right then. Off we go. Brakes are released. Bit of power to get going. Brakes are checked.
And Lufthansa 822, are you also interested in a visual approach 22 left? Roger that. Report field in sight. Scandinavian 258, continue descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1025.
1025 down to 5,000, Scandinavian 258.
And Lufthansa 822, continuing the start for now, descent 3,000 feet, QNH 1025.
Scandinavian 286 now.
Scandinavian 2869, good evening.
Scandinavian 2105.
Scandinavian 2105, good evening. Scandinavian 2105, proceed direct Charlie Hotel 626.
Proceed Charlie Hotel direct to 6, Scandinavian 2105.
And Scandinavian 2105, you cleared inbound Copenhagen, right to test B3 Charlie, arrival for 22 left, and on that proceed Charlie Hotel 626.
Okay, so we're on Kilo now, we're taxiing down to Mike, we're going to take this intersection here. Should be okay with the performance.
Scandinavian 2869, I proceed direct test B.
Direct test B, Scandinavian 28.
And Scandinavian 2869, you cleared inbound Copenhagen via test B3 Charlie, arrival for 22 left.
Cleared via tested 3 Charlie arrival and runway 22 left, Scandinavian 28.
Scandinavian 258, are you interested in a visual approach for 22 left?
AFM, Scandinavian 258.
Roger that, Scandinavian 258 for now, fly heading for 100.
100, Scandinavian 258.
484850, flex is 63, flaps.
And Scandinavian 258, continue descent 4,000
Config
feet.
1 plus F and
Down to 4,000, Scandinavian 258.
EK memo is takeoff and no blue.
Copenhagen, hello, Scandinavian 554 with you, Fretball 350, CPDLC.
Checks complete down to the line.
Scandinavian 554 identified, you cleared inbound Copenhagen via the Tutlo 3 Charlie, arrival for 22 left.
22 left, Tutlo 3 Charlie for Scandinavian 554.
And Scandinavian 554, proceed direct Corsa.
Say that again, sorry, for Scandinavian 554.
Scandinavian 554, proceed direct Corsa, Kilo Oscar Romeo viewer.
Kilo Oscar Romeo direct, Scandinavian 554.
Copenhagen Control, very good evening. Scandinavian 44 Juliet, passing flight level 265 for 270, inbound Tipple.
Scandinavian 44 Juliet, good evening. You cleared inbound Copenhagen via the Monarch 3 Charlie, arrival for 22 left.
Cleared, Monarch 3 Charlie arrival for 22 left, Scandinavian 44 Juliet.
Scandinavian 44 Juliet, continue to descent flight level 90.
Descent flight level 90, Scandinavian 44 Juliet, thanks.
Scandinavian 2105, can you descend to be Charlie Hotel 626 at 5,000 feet? Lufthansa 822, you clear left-hand visual approach to 22 left, contact tower 118.1.
Faroeline 375, holding it, Mike is ready for departure 27.
Faroeline 375, the wind in Billund is 240 at 9 knots, runway 27, cleared for takeoff.
for the wind. Clear takeoff 27, Faroeline 375. Okay, off we
Game in
go.
25 to 8, speed 210 knots.
210, Scandinavian 258.
So, strobes coming on, landing lights coming on. We've got takeoff clearance.
And
Flight to takeoff.
Game in 2105, did you copy that?
So, takeoff checks below line. Takeoff runway 27. Strobes are on, packs are on.
Scandinavian 2105.
So entering the runway. Clear on approach 27. Clear on approach 09. Okay, off we go. Half slide stick forward.
Eurowings 56 Lima identified on departure.
Stable.
Left turn, direct Charlie Hotel 820. Left turn, direct Charlie Hotel 820.
Passenger 561, good evening, on flight level 280.
Leipzig Air 561, good evening, cleared inbound Copenhagen via the Monarch 3 Charlie, arrival for 22 left.
Leipzig 561, Monarch 3 Charlie, for 22 left.
Scandinavian 258, continue descent 2,000 feet.
2,000 feet, Scandinavian 258.
And Scandinavian 258, vectors for the visual, fly a heading of 120. Actually 140. Scandinavian 258, vectors for the visual, fly heading of 140.
Lever climb. Bring back one click on the thrust levers. So thrust climb, out blue.
Scandinavian 258, vectors for the visual, fly heading of 140.
140, Scandinavian 258.
And
Scandinavian 258, report field in sight.
So flaps confirmed now.
Your wings 56 Lima, continue climb flight level 190.
Continue climb flight level 190, Uniform 56 Lima.
And your wings 56 Lima, monitor Unicom 122.8, good day.
Unicom 122.8, cheers.
To 50 knots, so we'll pitch up. Follow the flight directors.
Scandinavian 2869, request.
So through the transition, I'll check
Scandinavian
now.
2869, did you request descent?
Standard. Select the flight number.
Yeah, your transmission is partly broken. Go ahead.
Scandinavian 2869, requesting descent.
Yeah, descent there, flight level 360 for now.
Flight level 360, Scandinavian 2.
Luft, Scandinavian 2105, Copenhagen Control, you're not responding.
Airport.
58, you're cleared, right-hand visual approach for 22 left, contact tower 118, just move on, good day?
Cleared right hand for 22 left, contact tower 118. Good day.
Leipzig Air 561, continue descent, flight level 90.
Continue descent flight level 90, Leipzig 561.
Scandinavian 2105. Scandinavian 2869. Do you know this guy? It's Scandinavian 21805. It seems like you're flying together.
No, I don't know him, sorry.
Okay, he's the reason I can't give you lower right now. I'm unable to contact him. Proceed direct Charlie Hotel 626 for Scandinavian 2869.
Direct Charlie Hotel 626, Scandinavian 2.
And Scandinavian 2869, just keep your mic pressed a bit further, a bit more time before you release it. And high speed approved for you. Scandinavian 554, when ready, descent flight level 120.
When ready down to 120, Scandinavian 554.
Okay, so we've departed Billund. And we are going up to RERPA. Just waiting for hire.
Scandinavian 44 Juliet, you're interested in a visual approach for 22 left?
I'd rather ILS, but thanks for offering. Scandinavian 44 Juliet.
Roger that. Expect ILS. Scandinavian 2869, continue descent flight level 320.
Descent flight level 320, Scandinavian 2869.
Scandinavian 44 Juliet, continue descent flight level, correction 5,000 feet, 1025.
Continue descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1025, Scandinavian 44 Juliet.
Scandinavian 2869, are you interested in a visual approach for 22 left?
Okay, so I think we might have to ask him for hire here.
Can I fly IFR? Scandinavian 28?
Yeah, you prefer the ILS?
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
Can't do the whole flight at 7,000 feet, can we?
Scandinavian 554, high speed approved.
High speed approved, Scandinavian 554.
Give it as much as it can take.
Oh, well, go to. Don't have to ask me twice.
And Scandinavian 554, proceed direct Charlie Hotel 626.
Proceed direct Charlie Hotel 626, Scandinavian 554.
Faroeline 375 is flight level 70 requesting further climb, please.
Faroeline 375, identify, continue climb flight level 360.
Continue climb flight level 360, Faroeline 375. Yay, there we go.
Coupling control, this is Scandinavian 2105.
Oh, no, we don't want to go that high.
Okay, yeah, I've been calling and calling, and glad to have you back here. Speed 210 knots.
Right then, so there we go, flight level 360, for us to climb out blue. And up we go.
Copenhagen approach to speed bird 817 Tango with you at 2,500 feet, climbing to 7,000.
Speedbird 817 Tango, identified on departure, continue climb flight level 190.
Flight level 190, Speedbird 817 Tango, thanks.
Leaving Copenhagen Control, ICS7 to Bravo, flight level 260, inbound Osmus.
Lovely evening out here, isn't it?
I said 72 Bravo, stand by. What's your destination?
Destination is Hamburg.
So once we leave the coast, we'll be out over the water for the whole
Okay,
flight
could you
all the
resend
way
your
up
flight time,
to
Yeah, I was about to
Vagar.
say,
Should be
I
there
also run descend the flight and stand by.
in just over 1 hour 30 minutes. All being well. So there we are, passing flight level 100.
2105.
Aircraft's pitching down to accelerate us to our climb speed now.
Roger, 210 knots, Cockpit, scanning 2105.
And descent flight level 120 for
So
now.
we're above the MSA as well now, so we'll go
Flight
to standard on the standby altimeter.
Light figure 561, are you interested in a visual approach for 22 left?
I would prefer IS, please.
So have a quick look
Alright,
at that
not a
spice,
problem.
see
Expect ILS 22 left, descent
is
altitude
about,
5,000 feet, QNH 1025.
Descend 5,000 feet and QNH 1025 left, 55.
Copenhagen, going control, good evening, quality 5, Bravo Lima inbound, to flight level 220, descending flight level 110.
come on Navigraph, give me my flight.
Quality 5 Bravo Lima, good evening, identified descent flight level 100 for now.
Descent flight level 100, quality 5, Bravo Lima.
So we'll have control up to around about this area here, and then we don't have any ATC in this space. Scottish is on tonight, but we pass right over the tip of their airspace, so we probably won't get anything from them. And then we head on down to ROBUR, where we begin our descent, where we begin our approach into Vagar. So very light
Quality 5 Bravo Lima,
crosswind and a headwind there, favouring runway 30.
Zulu, proceed direct to
the
Vina.
weather is doing.
Direct to Vina, cleared to the ILS 27 Zulu, quality 5 Bravo Lima.
So 2305, we're between 190 and 260.
Takeoff,
Takeoff's 1,000 feet.
3,000 feet, QNH 1026.
2.10.
Down to 3,000 feet, QNH 1026, quality 5 Bravo Lima.
Scanning in 2869, what's your current speed?
Are going to be a little bit of a nightmare, I think.
280.
All part of the fun.
Canadian 280.
So we are, we're just crossing out over the coast.
I didn't give you lower yet. Descent flight level 120 for now.
I think the weather's kind enough at the moment. We can get rid of the seatbelt signs, let the passengers out for a little
All
bit.
this trouble with the non-responding pilot here got me disrupted. Scandinavian 2869, you need more miles to get down in time. Make a left turn heading 270 for now. I'll get you in sequence soon.
Left heading 270, Scandinavian.
Speedbird 817 Tango, continue flight level 360.
Climb to 360, Speedbird 817 Tango, thanks.
Leipzig Air 561, speed 210 knots.
Speed 210 knots, that's 51.
Scandinavian 554, what's your current speed?
We're currently doing 394 across the ground, sir. Scandinavian 554.
Scandinavian 554, roger that. Descent altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1025.
3,000 QNH 1025, Scandinavian 554.
Scandinavian 2105, descent altitude, correction, flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Scandinavian 2105.
Scandinavian 44 Juliet, continue descent flight altitude 2,000 feet, QNH 1025.
Continue descent 2,000 feet to next 1025, Scandinavian 44 Juliet.
So just coming up through
And 44 Juliet,
200
speed
for flight level
230 knots.
360.
230 knots, Scandinavian 44 Juliet.
Pressurization, diff pressures 5.1, 6,300 feet climbing.
ISF72 Bravo identified.
Thank you, Bravo.
So a little bit of cloud out over the way there. So not on live time today. It's
Back to gas 5361, descent 3,000 feet.
I decided to put the time back by 2 hours or so, just to make it a little bit lighter on the approach into Vagar.
90, high speed approved.
Just to give it a nice little bit of scenery on the way in. Somebody pops up on chat. Hello, Valdemar. Hello, very warm welcome to the channel. Hope you're well.
Scanning in 2105, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, scanning in 2105.
And scanning in 105, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1025.
Descent 5,000 feet, scanning in 2105.
So just have a little look through the flight plan here. Not too much in the way of turbulence
Fairline
until we get to our
Unicom 122.8, good day. Came in 2869, I continue descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Scandinavian 28.
Scanning 554, confirm you're flying direct, Charlie Hotel 626.
Sorry sir, I don't actually have that. I've got Lamox. It was close enough for me. I can change my head in this if you like.
Yeah, it's not close enough anymore, I can see. Turn left heading 070, correction 040.
Sorry about that, left 040, 554.
Next time, please advise.
I did drop you a message, sir.
Yeah, okay, a text message, I didn't catch that, sorry about that. Scandinavian 44 Juliet, turn left heading 250, you cleared ILS 22 left, report established.
Left heading 250, cleared ILS 22 left, and report status, Scandinavian 478.
Scandinavian 25, correction 2105, turn left heading 040, left heading 040.
Turn left heading 040, Scandinavian 2105.
Hearing 3 Papa Hotel, continue climb flight level 340.
Valdemar, I'm good, how are you? I'm from Denmark. When I'm going on vacation, we fly from Billund. Oh, it's fantastic. So, yeah, glad to hear you're good. I'm very well, thank you very much. I've never actually been to Denmark myself, but it's one place that is on the list for me to visit at some point.
Yeah, you can actually fly, proceed direct Takeoff.
I hear it's a very beautiful country. I do have a friend that is originally from Denmark.
There seems to be some discrepancy in your route there. Takeoff will be pretty much direct for you.
Quite often.
Thank you very much.
Telling me how much of a beautiful country it is. I hope you're enjoying the stream.
Good evening. Passing 4,000.
Didn't really see too much of Billund on the way out, but
Swiss 22 Papa Echo identified on departure.
what I did see, it was very good with the scenery on the flight simulator.
Scandinavian 44 Juliet, continue minimum speed 180 to 40 ME.
180 to 40 ME.
at least you can speed it as much as you want. You're number one. Leipzig Air 6561 speed 180.
Speed 180.
Scandinavian 554 speed 180.
Speed 180 knots, Scandinavian 554.
Scandinavian 2869, turn left heading 180.
Left heading 180, Scandinavian 2.
So Valdemar, I'm in the UK.
Ryanair 901 Bravo X-ray
city
on
called
voice.
Portsmouth down on the south coast. So a little way from Denmark.
561, turn left heading 1, correction 250.
Yeah, Portsmouth in the UK I'm from.
2 left, report established.
Turn left heading 250 and I will call you when breakfast alias. Clear by area. 2 left.
Ryanair 901 Bravo X-ray, but you can copy on voice. Roger that. That's fine with me. That saves me some energy. Stand by. And Ryanair 901 Bravo X-ray, you're cleared to Echo Papa Golf Delta via runway 27, departure on the SID Ritzy 6 Alpha. Initial climb flight level 50, expect flight level 270. Squawk 2236. Scandinavian 44 Juliet, contact Tower 118, decimal 1, good day?
Tower 118,
Leipzig Air 561, speed to 180 or more or less, correction, 180 or more until 40 me.
180 or more until 40 me.
Right, so we're out of Copenhagen's area now, so we'll go over to Unicom 1228. I think he did call me to go to Unicom area, but I think I missed the read back. So we're on Unicom now, and I think we're on Unicom now for the rest of the flight at the moment. So Valdemar in the chat. Nice, I was in the UK in May, first time there. Very nice. So where did you end up in the UK? Oh, Manchester. I haven't been to Manchester for a long time. Yeah, I think the last time I went to Manchester myself was probably about 8 years ago. Yeah, with Manchester, unfortunately, I didn't get to see very much of that either. I used to be a coach driver a few years back, and we used to do a lot of work for one of our intercity bus companies, National Express, and we used to do some dupe coaches. And yeah, the last time I went to Manchester, I did a National Express Jeep from London up to Manchester and then back again. So other than the coach station up there, that's all I really saw, and it was at night time as well, so not too much to see, unfortunately. Right, so almost at our cruise altitude. We're just coming up for 34,000 for our cruise at 36,000. Temperature outside at the moment minus 43 degrees Celsius. And since our takeoff we have about just over 1.9 tonnes worth of fuel. We've got 8 tonnes left. And the aircraft weight at the moment just over 64 tonnes. So as a gift from my parents, Valdemar says, very nice. Beauty about the UK is we've got over here some very, very contrasting areas. So you've got the likes of London, big city. Lots of landmarks, and then you can go up to the Lake District, lots of mountains, big hills, lakes. Along the south coast you've got all your beaches. Down in the West Country is Cornwall. There's a lot of varied what's the word? A lot of varied scenery. A lot of varied scenery around the UK. So if you ever get to come back again anytime soon, it's worth coming over and having a little explore around all the different areas. Man City against Chelsea, two of the big teams. Very nice. Yeah, I don't follow football myself like I used to back when I was still at school. Going back a while now, a couple of decades. I used to be a bit of an Arsenal fan, the North London club, but I don't really follow it as much as I used to nowadays. But I hope it was a good match. Right, so just looking at the cam here, I've got a company message. Let's just have a look, see what they've got to say. Receive messages. Five-minute delay, what's the reason? Let's see what excuse we can put in. I call it a startup delay, ATC startup delay, AMZ. ADC received. Thank you very much. Atlantic Ops. So I've been a City fan for a long time, but the tickets are so expensive that they are. They are very expensive. The last game, so you saw them with the trophy, very good. So, flight sim for me, I've been into flight simulations for, let's see, my first flight simulator on a computer was Flight Sim 98. That's when we bought our first PC, or when my parents bought the first PC at home. So it's going back 1997-ish. So yeah, for the best part of 25 years, I've been into it. I always wanted to be I always wanted to get into some sort of flying career. But unfortunately, I was a little bit lackluster at school. So academically, I was okay. Aptitude and that for becoming a pilot, absolutely fine with. Just I was a little bit lazy, so unfortunately, circumstances as well kind of made it so I didn't get to become a pilot. But I've always been into me flight simulators from the very beginning. Yeah, to the point now where it's a very, very fulfilling hobby, I feel, for myself. And the state of simulators nowadays, with the quality of the aircraft, how long you can get, and the scenery, and just the whole technology behind how they get a simulator to look this good, compared to Flight Sim 98 with its block clouds and block waters, flat terrains, and that. It's come a long way in the last 25 years or so. And yeah, I just find it fun. It's something kind of relaxing for me as well, I find. I enjoy it. Something I'm slowly trying to get my kids into as well. It's not really working out at the moment, but like I say, I enjoy it. Right, so just a quick update on the flight. So we've just passed UNBUD at flight level 360, just a fuel check. So we should have burnt 2.5 tons of fuel with 2.3, and we should still have 7 tons of fuel on board. We got just shy of 7.7, so we're actually up on our estimate. So we've actually managed to, so we're up over a ton, which gives us an extra 42 minutes on the we've got plenty of fuel in case we need to hold at destination. So doing very well at the moment. So in the chat, Valdemar, nice, I have the game, but I don't know how to learn it. I'm living the dream to become a pro baller and chasing it very hard, so it's a lot of training, but in my relaxing time I love watching planes. I actually was doing plane spotting in Manchester and got to see the A380. It's a wicked aircraft, isn't it? Learning flight sim, I have to say, my 25 years of flying on the Microsoft sims, I'm still learning. If I'm honest, I'm still learning it. There's the beauty about YouTube as well at the moment, is there's a lot of guys that do a lot of tutorials. It's not something I've delved into, to be fair, but there's a lot of guys that are real world pilots, and there's a few that I do follow who fly in real life, and they do some really good tutorial videos in the various flight simulators. So so if there's any particular aircraft or anything that you have on your sim, you know, you can put a search into YouTube and you can find some really good tutorial videos. But yeah, I mean, even just, I mean, I personally, I wouldn't say that any of my videos are tutorial videos, but I have picked stuff up over the years just from watching other videos. But yeah, I would say just have a search on YouTube. There's a few good channels out there that I follow. And just have a little look at those and give you some ideas of how to do things. So the A380 at Manchester, I assume that's one from Emirates, in from Dubai, I would imagine. I think they're the only ones that fly the A380 to Manchester at the moment. So I just have all the starting planes. You're flying on keyboard and mouse or a joystick. I'm trying to get a joystick because it's very hard on keyboard. And yeah, it was the Emirates. So my control setup, going back to my Flight Sim 98 days, yeah, I used to use a keyboard and mouse on that. But no, for Microsoft Flight Sim 8 here, I actually use the Thrustmaster Airbus TCA side stick and throttle quadrant, which goes very nicely with the Fenix A320, which I'm flying at the moment in the sim. But yeah, I'd definitely recommend getting a joystick. If you get one with the twist motion on it as well, which is great for the steering and rudder. And obviously, if you get a joystick with a throttle axis on it as well, it makes things a lot easier as well. Before I got the joystick for this sim, I was actually flying with a Nintendo Switch controller, similar to an Xbox controller, but made for some very interesting handling. But yeah, definitely recommend a joystick of some sort. Nicely flying along, smooth air up here, some light clouds down below us. It's a very nice smooth sailing. Just looking out ahead of us, clouds are starting to build up a little bit. We look down on the navigation display, we can just about see our top of descent point coming up. Yeah, so very nice for the chat. Nice to see you on the live in the live chat. Off to bed now. School in the morning. Have a great day, and thank you very much for joining the stream. Hopefully, see you again soon. Have a good night, bye. Right, so let's just have a little look at the weather. So it's pretty much the same as what we had before. So again, looking on VAT Spy, we still have no ATC on the bits we're flying over. There is one aircraft on the way into Vagar ahead of us. He'll be there a long time before us. So the weather at Vagar is still favouring 30. Let's have a look what we can do. Let's just have a little look. What's the overcast at 1000? So we could do an ILS. We're a Cat C aircraft, so we should break through the cloud just above our minimum descent altitude. Probably do an RNAV approach. Definitely meet the climb gradients. Personally lean towards the ILS Victor. It gives us the best minimums. So we can go down to 475 feet. We've got plenty of we've got plenty of IVR for approach, so I would lean towards the Victor. Okay. So let's go to the flight plan. We'll go for ILS Victor 30, no star, So via ROBUR. Okay, so Victor Golf 907, 4,000 feet. Victor Golf 904, 4,000 feet platform altitude. 3.5 degree. Slope. In the right, okay, so from ROBUR we go to Victor Golf 907 at 4,000 feet. 904, 4,000 feet, and a max of 160 knots, which is in the constraints, and then down to the runway. 50 feet crossing altitude. 235 plus 50 is 285, which we have. Okay, so the missed approach then, so Victor Golf 901, 903, maximum 190, 905, to Magni at 4,000, where we hold right turns. Inbound 122, 4,000, maximum of 230 knots. Right, happy with that. Clouds are building up quite a bit. Let's grab the weather. So we go to flights, Vagar information, and okay, so 16 minutes ago, winds at 240 degrees 8, varying 210 to 270. 10k, overcast 1300, which is below our above our minimums. Temperature 12, dew point 10, 1011. Right, so we'll scroll through to the approach page. I'll just put this in temporarily now, and we'll check it again during the descent. So we've got QNH 1011, temperature 12, so the winds are 240 degrees at 8 knots. And on our minimums, we can make the 5% missed approach climb gradient. So we're a Cat C aircraft, so we can descend to 475 feet on the barrow. So that's all good. So when we land then, so We'll be landing in from runway 30 on the ILS. We'll probably take the majority of the runway to come to a stop. We'll backtrack, vacate the runway via the taxiway, and then go park on one of the 5 stands that we have available. We'll go through the landing performance very shortly. Let's see what's going on in the chat. See if anybody's doing. Oh, hello Darren, how are you doing? What are we saying tonight then? So managed to work out the FMC. I've done some flights Portsmouth, USA to Southampton, UK, La Palma to Lanzarote, Bournemouth to Lanzarote, with Thomson Airways 737. Fantastic stuff, mate. Was that the was that using the guide that I'd recommended to you? Hopefully. But yeah, no, good to see that. Good to see you getting a grip with the 737. Gibraltar to Newark. I'm going to assume that's Newark, New York. It's a long way for a 737. Awesome. We have to try that shared cockpit thing at some point as well. I have to work out how that works. I don't know if you caught the stream yesterday, but I was on the way down to Gibraltar myself on an EasyJet flight from Gatwick, and unfortunately my PC decided to stop working about 2/3 of the way there overhead Madrid. And decided to shut down, so I didn't get to Gibraltar, unfortunately. Yes, you were bored. And yes, we do. Yeah, we do definitely need to do that shared cockpit thing at some point. I think it works with the. I think it works with the PMDG. I'll have to double check though. I think I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody on YouTube doing it. Oh yeah, I hope you're doing good though, bud. So I've not been at work for 2 weeks. Bit of holiday with the kids, but I heard you're leaving. I hope you're still there when I get back though. I'm back Tuesday. Oh, I'm glad you're still going to be at work when I get back. Till October at least. Just having a little look outside the windows here. You can see the Shetland Islands. What I was just looking at on the map here. You see our point of GUNPA, which we're heading to at the moment, is right on the very corner of Scottish airspace. So, still a bus driver until October at least, Darren. Then onto the railways, hopefully if you pass your medical. Oh, finally, onto the railways. Excellent. Is that, are you doing that as a driver or as a guard or whatnot? Excellent news, mate. I'm really pleased for you. Hopefully I can make it there at some point. So back into the cockpit then, onto the ND. You can see our point here at GUNPA, which I pointed out on the charts a moment ago. Straight up to ROBUR for the start of the approach. Got our descent point about 150 miles ahead of us. We can already see the runway symbol come into view. So we're not too far off now. We've got 245 miles to run, and due to be landing probably within the next half an hour, I would imagine. we do have quite a strong headwind at the moment. 104 knots coming off the front left of the aircraft from the west. So just inside all the winds. We've just been slowly making our way northwest. We've got a better view now of the Shetland Islands off to our left hand side. So very quiet on frequency today. So we'll do a fuel check at GUNPA. Just coming up to it now, 4.5 miles. So on the flight plan here, winds are a little bit stronger than planned by about 20 knots. Temperature's bang on, -46. There we go, over the top now, turning right. So right on the corner of Scottish airspace here. So we should have on board 5.6 tonnes of fuel. We've got just over 850 kilos more, and expected burn is 3.9 tonnes. We've burnt just over 3.5 tonnes. So we're looking very good fuel in terms of fuel, and we've still got 1.4 tonnes extra, which gives us an extra 43 minutes of flight time. But we're now heading direct to ROBUR, 190 miles to run, and our top of descent is coming up in 112 miles. So not too far to go. PC's running quite nicely at the moment. I've not had any problems with it, no stutters or anything, so it's quite good. It's quite good. So there we are, the Shetland Islands down here. Right. Right, so landing weight. So expected to be landing with 5.1 tonnes of fuel. We have 6.4, so that's 1.3 tonnes. We'll take 1.3 off of our gross weight, which gives us 61.3 tonnes. So we'll put 61.3, enter. We'll try it with medium order brakes, manual landing, full flaps, max reverse, and obviously good braking. Okay. So with the wind, 2307 gives us a 7 knot crosswind, a 2 knot headwind. So a good braking action on runway 30. 61.3 tonnes, medium order brake, full flaps, max reverse. Gives us a stopping distance of 1,457 metres. Our safety margin 1.15 gives us 1676, so it gives us 123 metres. So it gives us 123 metres to play with, which should be okay. Clouds seem to be dissipating more than I was expecting. I was expecting to see a little bit more up here. About 80 miles from top of descent now. let's get some charts up. We're doing RNS Victor. Right then, so just checking our radios. We've got Mike Foxtrot identified 110.3. So 302. Should be 305. So we can change that. I'll just leave that as is. The navigator we need. There's nothing else on the chart there. So airport elevation's 280, runway's 235. Fix ring 25 miles around the airport. .5 mile radius. That'll give us our MSA 4,000 feet. So fuel, we have 1.5 extra, gives us 44 minutes of extra time. So performance, just double check the weather. So the wind's changed slightly, 230 degrees at 7. Temperature's still 12 and QNH 1011. Overcast 800 feet now, so it's just above our minimums. Okay, so landing distance remains the same. Ah, Valdemar, hello again. Can't sleep, so I'll watch the landing. So yeah, we should be landing in just shy of 30 minutes. We've got top of descent coming up in 40 miles. So the weather is overcast at about 800 feet. Visibility's good, so we should come through the clouds at about 800 feet, just above our decision altitude, so should be an interesting landing. So, flight time supposed to be about an hour and 45 minutes. However, during the last 40 minutes or so, the wind has picked up a little bit, so it's caused our ground speed to go a lot lower than was originally flight planned. So we're doing about 100 knots slower than, or about 80 knots slower than I was expecting. So we've got a 112 knot more or less headwind at the moment. So you can see, looking at the nav display here, you can see with the wind coming from 263 degrees, 112 knots. So through the air we're actually flying at 456, but because of this 112 knot almost headwind, it's putting our ground speed, so our speed across the ground at 352 knots. So yeah, we're flying a little bit slower than what we were expecting. Have a look at the flight plan here. When we passed our last waypoint at GUNPA, we were only expecting the wind to be 280 at 83 knots. So it's about another 30 knots faster than expected. So I was at ATC in Billund. Yeah, we did have a little bit of ATC. It was not actually Billund Tower or approach or anything. It was actually a Copenhagen centre that was controlling at the time. We did have an ATIS for the weather at the airport, but it was Copenhagen centre giving us all the control up to their up to the end of their jurisdiction. And then since then we've been on Unicom the whole way. There's not been any other ATC about anywhere. We did at the last waypoint we've just passed at GUNPA. It was the very tip of Scottish, but because it was the very edge of their airspace, we didn't need to contact them. So we've been As I say, we've been on Unicom the whole way almost. But as we get closer into our destination, I'll start doing some calls just to announce our intentions. So 8 miles to our top of descent, and we have 109 miles to run to the airport. So what we'll do, we'll wind in our initial altitude for our approach of 4,000 feet, so we're just about to see the islands coming into view. And we have 80 miles to run to ROBUR. We should be there in about 14 minutes. So 1 mile to top of descent. Right, there we go. On the PFT we have decelerate, so we can now start our descent. So we'll push to start our managed descent. The thrust will come back to idle. So thrust idle, des, out blue. Come up with more drag because we're slightly above profile, but green dot's going back up to the middle, so that's where it needs to be. So yeah, I've always wanted to visit Denmark. Don't really know. I'd just love to go. Just love to see anywhere in Denmark. It's, I'll definitely have to go see Copenhagen. But yeah, anywhere in Denmark, I'd love to go visit. And so I've got a work friend who's Danish by birth, and I'll say he loves his home country. He's always bigging it up, as it were. But yeah, I would just love to go see Denmark. Nowhere in particular, just how I've been. So on the descent now, we've just come through flight level 300, descended to 4,000 feet. Just quick check of the pressurization. cabin's descending. 6,300. Diff pressure's 7.1. Copenhagen, very lovely, very nice city. When you are travelling, what do you want to do or see? So whenever I go to new places, and I just enjoy having a walk around, and just looking at the architecture, just seeing what's what, really. I mean, when I was coach driving a few years back, I did get to go to quite a few places around Europe, and it's a remarkable continent. It's just different cultures, different foods. It's just nice to explore and just experience. So yeah, I could really recommend Tivoli in Copenhagen. Just explore the city. Yeah, I mean that's what I like to do. Whenever I get to go somewhere new, I just like to go have a walk about and just go see where's what, and yeah, it's always sounded like a very remarkable city. Yeah, it's on the to-do list. Denmark in general, so hopefully one day. So slowly getting on down towards Vagar. We've about 60 miles to run to the airport. Quite a brisk headwind still. Still 90 knots coming down here through 21,000. See the islands ahead of us, with the sun starting to get more down towards the horizon. So what we'll do then, we'll start getting the seatbelt signs on. Transition altitude is flight level 75. So if we go to QNH, we're coming down to 4,000 feet, which is below the transition altitude. Start to get some lights on then, expecting some overcast cloud. So if we start getting some floodlights in. So we're going down to 4,000 feet. And you can see we've just got our aircraft symbol coming into ROBUR now on the map. So from ROBUR we'll head in, intercept the ILS, and from 4,000 feet we'll descend down 5 miles. We'll check 2,110 feet. We should be back to a minimum of 160 knots by Victor Golf 904. So what is your favourite plane then? So that's a very hard question. It's a very hard question to answer. I mean, there's so many aircraft that I'm very fond of. So I do like the Airbuses, I like the Boeings. I have an affinity for Concorde. I mean, they all have their own specific traits that I like about them. But if I had to choose one for just on looks, definitely would be Concorde. I do have a sweet spot for Concorde. So we've got a good view of the islands coming into view in the front windscreen now. So our destination Vagar is around about over here somewhere, below that little bit of cloud. So mine's got to be the 787 Dreamliner. Yeah, I have to say the Dreamliner. Yeah, it's a very nice aircraft. It's personally for me, it took a little bit of a while to grow on me in terms of looks and that. But the more I've read about it and seen about it, and seen videos of it being operated, and that, it's a fantastic aircraft, and I think Boeing have done really well with it. Yeah, it's a lovely aircraft, and in the sim as well, it's a very nice aircraft out in the sim. Alright, so we're just coming up on 10,000 feet. So the aircraft's coming back to 250 knots. So at the moment we're still about 30 miles from the airport. We've got the ILS identifier and the frequency in the bottom of the PFD, just awaiting the ILS signals to come in. Yeah, it's a little like the A350, I would say, yeah. And the A350 looks a little bit like a Stork when it's on the ground. It's a very long-legged aircraft compared to the 787, which is, especially the Dash 8, quite short and stumpy. Two very good aircraft in their own rights. Right, so there we are, overhead robot. Inbound course now. We've got the localizer sensing, 21.1 miles. So we'll get some landing lights on. Let's see if anybody's. So we're on Unicom 122.8, so what we'll do, we will just broadcast our intentions. Vagar traffic is the Faroeline 375 A320 inbound on the ILS Victor, approach runway 30 at 17 miles to land. Vagar traffic. Right, so we are decelerating now. We're 15 miles back on the ILS, just leveling at 4,000 feet with green dots, so we can go flaps 1. And at Victor Golf 904 we need to be at 160 knots, so we'll come back the S-speed, we'll go flap 2, pull the speed as well, and we'll manually select that at 160. So we'll go localizer, so localizer capture, alt star. Once we've leveled off, we'll arm approach mode. Climb slope sensing's just coming in. So altitude, we'll go approach mode. Glide slope blue. So we can see the airport directly ahead of us. So, close up star. Just coming at 10 miles. So here comes that gusty wind we were expecting. Whoa, we're all over the place here. Okay, so what I think we'll do then, we'll add a few knots onto the Fiat. We'll make it 140. So 7 miles, we'll go back to manage speed, we'll go gear down, flaps 3, we'll arm the speed brakes. And we'll go flap 4.
2,500.
Okay. So landing checks. Auto brake is medium. Missed approach altitude 4,000 feet is set. And ECAM memo, no blue. So as we come down the ILS, a wind 240 at 30 knots, so you can see the crab that we've got on at the moment.
1,000.
See as we're coming over this bit of land here, getting a a lot of wind coming off of it. So water pipe's coming out.
$500. $100 above. Minimum.
Okay, continue.
Light slope.
A little bit low.
40, 30, 20, retard.
And we're down. Bit of a sprightly landing. Vagar traffic, Faroeline 375, vacated runway 30, taxiing to parking. Vagar traffic. Okay, so let's get to the APU on. Strobes off. And we'll go park us on stand 5. So brakes are set. Okay, the APU is available. We just have to wait a few moments to be able to shut down the engines. It's only 3 minutes to for a cool down. So we'll sit here for another minute or so before we shut down the engines. I've got to say the wind wasn't as bad as I was expecting. There was a few bumps there as you come across the bit of island over there. Winds were coming southwesterly, about 30 knots, so you're going to get a load of up and down drafts, but coming down onto the runway I was actually quite surprised by how little wind there was. And we managed to get her stopped quite quickly as well. Right. So it should be right to shut down now then. So number 2, number 1. So see what else I can come off. Beacon could come off. I've just realised I forgot to set up the replay tool, so unfortunately I can't do the replay tonight. But I hope from the inside it looked alright. Welcome to Vagar. So from Pushback at the other beginning of the flight, it's 2 hours 12 minutes. We've arrived safely. But I hope everybody watching has enjoyed the flight today. I'm going to sign off. If you did like it, leave a like on the feed there, and if you fancy, think about subscribing to the channel. But I'm going to call it a night now, and wish you all a very pleasant evening. Hopefully I'll see you again on the next one. I'm planning on another stream tomorrow, this time in Bhutan, in the ATR 42 600, so hopefully I'll see you then. But from me, have a very good evening, and I will see you very soon. Have a great night everybody, and ta-ta.